Pardon?
Are you doing a news piece?
Just having a look at your cars now, really. Just saw his PC was idling up there, and I figured she was going to be coming out in a second. So, yeah, just waiting for... Oh, my days. Oh, so we got an inspector, a PC?
Yeah.
PC? Inspector. So we've got 4 police officers for a man with a camera.
Right.
But sorry, it's quite intimidating, isn't it, having 4 people come out?
There's private vehicles there as well as vehicles that are unmarked.
Sure, but
I'm just wondering what you're...
But it's quite intimidating having 4 officers come out and accost somebody with a camera.
You're here on police premises.
Yeah, but like 4 people...
We need to establish whether there's a security issue.
Okay.
So, do you want to talk to me about what you're here for? I've got no issue with you filming, but as I've said, there's private vehicles.
Yeah, it's not my intention to get those. If they're in the background of a shot, they're in the background of a shot, but I'm not here to... I'm not
doing a news piece. Do you want an interview? I'll talk to you if you'd like to have an interview.
Not particularly, no. Just want to have a look around, that's all. Just like to look around.
I saw you obviously trying to walk around there, so I was just wondering...
You should be careful with the information that you say like that, because I wasn't trying to walk around there at all.
At the outset, an inspector approaches the auditor with 3 officers in tow, initially stating that filming isn't a problem, but quickly pivoting to express concerns about privately owned cars in the lot and potential privacy issues. A second officer adds that the auditor allegedly attempted to access the restricted parking area, a statement that goes beyond casual observation and frames a specific claim. While nothing at that moment appears explicitly unlawful, the exchange creates the impression that the auditor may have crossed a boundary, giving the officers a pretext to intervene and generating immediate suspicion.
I stood there for a good 4 minutes watching you in your vehicle, and I saw the sign saying no unauthorised access, so don't tell me that I was trying to walk places where I wasn't. Be careful with things like that.
Have you got the footage that you need?
I'm not sure yet, to be honest.
Okay, but I'd like you to leave, because as I've said, there are private vehicles there, but you've got some footage. You've got enough, there's nothing...
Well, I mean, to be fair, the footage that I was getting was actually interrupted by the PC stopping and coming out, but so I'll probably wait around to see if any more vehicles come in or out, see if I can get one on blue lights.
You shouldn't do that, because as I've said, there's private cars coming in and out. Officers don't want you recording them coming and going from duty, because that presents a potential security risk.
Well, they shouldn't drive to work then, really, should they? If they're that concerned.
You have no business to film the private areas that are off limit to the public.
I have every business to film anything that's visible from a public area.
But my point is, you shouldn't be going up there, which is what you've done.
I haven't gone past the signage where your signage is. It doesn't say the signage. The signage is the signage here saying that I can't go further than this, or is the signage there saying I can't go further than there?
The inspector repeatedly emphasizes the issue of private vehicles, seemingly suggesting that this limits recording in a public space. However, the cars are clearly visible from an open vantage point, and filming from there is generally lawful. By returning to this point, she appears to imply the auditor is near a restricted area, setting the stage for further enforcement. She then asserts, "You've got enough footage," which is a personal cutoff rather than a legal standard, and immediately leans on her colleague's claim to warn the auditor not to proceed. She has not directly observed any boundary crossing or checked posted signage, instead confidently repeating an unverified claim. The auditor responds calmly, noting that he knows the layout has remained outside the restricted zone, and that the rules support his position.
My personal use, public interest.
Well, my personal vehicle is there, and I'm asking you, from me to you as a private individual, I'm not comfortable with you violating my personal space.
It's not your personal space. It's
my vehicle there, my private vehicle is there, and I'm not comfortable with you filming that.
Well, if you hadn't announced that it was your private vehicle, nobody would ever have known.
I'm telling you it is, so
no, you
I'm
are doing now.
You to stop. Yeah,
well, I'm not going to. It's in a public area.
In which case, you'll have to be removed to prevent the breach of the peace, because you are.
How am I breaching the peace? Do you know what the threshold is for breach of the peace?
You already have enough footage, so I'm asking you to leave.
Okay.
You're creating these officers aren't able to get on with their policing
I'm
duty.
not stopping.
Exchange becomes personal when the inspector brings up her own car in a lot, requesting that the auditor, as a private individual, avoid filming her vehicle. However, the setting is an official police parking area, clearly visible from public spaces, and claims of personal space don't generally extend to areas you don't control or that are in public view. The auditor notes this calmly, acknowledging her discomfort while highlighting that the vehicle would otherwise be an unremarkable background detail. She then warns that he could be removed to prevent a breach, but such authority is usually reserved for situations with an immediate risk of disorder or violence. not for halting lawful filming merely because it makes someone uneasy.
As I was getting on with a matter that's of concern to the community, and I've got an individual on police premises filming not only the police cars coming and going, but officers arriving for duty and leaving again. That causes me a concern.
So you're working on conjecture there, because I have specifically said that is not my intention.
I've said to you, you're causing me a concern. So
Okay.
I'd like you to leave.
Well, you're concerned. Do you police by your feelings in this country, or do you police by what the law is?
I'd like you to leave.
Do you police by what?
like you to leave.
Do you police by what the law is, or do you police
I'm gonna
by?
get the officers to take you away, because you are not.
Am I in a public place?
There are officers having private conversations about cases in the backyard of the police station.
Well, they shouldn't be.
It's not-
They shouldn't be
but
having
you
that conversation in that sort of place.
But you shouldn't be there within the scope of being able
I can
to
be.
film them.
Do you know you can film anything you can see from a public place in the UK?
Okay.
Is this a public place?
This is a public place.
There you go. So if I can film it.
Let me put it a different way. If you stand at the end of my driveway at home, which
Sure.
is a public place, repairable at public expense,
Sure.
and you film into my window, is that acceptable?
Is this your home? Do you live here? Do you sleep here?
But these are private premises. Beyond this line here, you are filming from a public into a private space. Is that
Okay.
permitted?
Yes.
Auditor insists he is standing on public ground. The inspector tries a familiar hypothetical. What if he filmed through her window from the end of her driveway? The comparison doesn't apply. Recording a private home raises legitimate privacy concerns. But this is a police workplace, not a residence. The auditor cuts to the legal distinction, asking, "Do you live here?" She responds, "This is private property. You're filming from public into private," which is true in terms of ownership. But anything plainly visible from a lawful public vantage point is generally lawful to record. The driveway analogy shifts the discussion from legal standards to personal discomfort, unnecessarily muddying an otherwise straightforward point. Visibility from public space typically allows filming.
Absolutely not.
Of course it
No.
is.
So you can stand on my road and film me in my home, can you?
If your curtains are open, then legally, yes, I can.
So
if I continue to do it repeatedly, then you could potentially take action about harassment. But at this point, I've been here once only, to come and get some footage. I want to.
Just footage for a couple of minutes and then you can leave.
No,
please.
you don't put a time. You don't put a time limit
I
on
do
my
put a
rights.
time limit on you, and
No.
I'm telling you.
Do you know what
now,
Article 10 is of the Human Rights Act?
You are causing me personally harassment and alarm by filming here.
Go talk to the Lord Justice Dean about it. The police have a much higher threshold.
To leave and then you're going to go.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Arrest me?
Yes,
You're going to arrest me. You'll be hearing from my
absolutely.
solicitors and you'll be having a civil suit on your hands.
Okay,
Arrest me for what? What are you going to arrest me for?
You are causing a nuisance.
What are you going to arrest me for?
Either public nuisance or harassment.
Public nuisance.
Yeah.
So under the new legislation that came with the public. So,
And you've got your opportunity to film.
So
I'd like you to not film or certainly delete anything that has details of my personal vehicle or that of any other police officers there, and then I want you to go. All right?
you don't put a time limit on my rights.
From getting on with
No, I'm exercising my rights here, and you don't put a time limit on that, Inspector. Inspector what? Blackwell? Thank you.
No, are you all right with me? Yeah, I can do anything.
Yeah, see, I'm obviously not that much of a concern because you're allowing them to go about their business, yet you're threatening to arrest me. Tyrants here at Stamford.
As the exchange winds down, the inspector delivers a final ultimatum. You've got 2 minutes, then you have to leave. When the auditor doesn't move, the warning escalates into a threat of arrest for public nuisance, a charge that, since 2022, only applies to situations causing significant harm or danger to the public. Standing in a lawful public spot with a camera doesn't meet that standard, making the threat seem more like intimidation than law enforcement. Chief Inspector John Shield later defends Inspector Blackwell's right to question the auditor, but fails to address how she went beyond basic questioning, made unfounded claims, invoked personal space, threatened arrest, and mischaracterized lawful filming as a breach of the peace. Shield concedes the auditor wasn't always on police property, but suggests nearby filming might cause concern, an argument that doesn't satisfy legal standards. Even with video evidence exposing the missteps, he stands by her conduct, highlighting an internal review that seems to protect the officer rather than the public. The footage clearly shows an overreach of authority, reinforcing how rarely the system challenges its own.